Hi guys, it's me, Sammy, alone, because I wanted to talk to you about something very human, being angry. I tweeted the other day that I don't think I deal with anger very well at all. Something along the lines of that. So I thought my form of therapy would be to share my inadequacy at dealing with anger with you guys in hopes that some of you be like, that's just like me. Don't worry, Sammy, you're not inhuman. You're not completely irrational. I know I am, 9 times out of 10, but this is just me sharing mine with you. Also, rather aptly, I now have red fairy lights behind me. That was a stylistic choice. That wasn't representing anger. They don't change colour. They were just upstairs, left over from Christmas, and I thought they made a nice addition to the backdrop. Often, I think my anger stems from my inability to juggle several different sources of stress at the same time. Be that money worries, worry about work, worry about getting things done in the day. And also touching on stress, I also don't talk about my problems. I don't talk to anyone about the stresses that I have until it comes to boiling point and I'm like, snap, I'm going to get angry now, and it just boils over. Some of you said, why don't you try meditation? I think I'm quite impatient. The prospect of sitting there alone with my thoughts for maybe 20 minutes at a time whilst concentrating on my breathing and not thinking about anything else doesn't appeal to me. When I get angry, it's not always that I'm nasty to someone, it's that I end up being quite rude. Not on purpose, it's just the way the energy you project, and then it just comes back and I'll say things in a sharp way, not meaning to. That's also how I come across when I'm stressed. Maybe this is just me thinking, maybe this all comes from overcompensating as a twin. I think I'm very similar to my mum in the sense that small petty things wind me up. So, for example, I think cleaning is a bit OTT with me in that I can't address any other issue in the day unless I've made sure that I've swept the floors, mopped the floors, the kitchen has been bleached until you touch it and a layer of skin is removed. I actually really like the smell of bleach. That's a different issue for another day. If somebody goes to use the kitchen after I've cleaned it, like Nikki or Linda, I won't say anything, but I'll be sitting there worrying like, there's going to be grease on the side. Like, I've just spent so long tidying that. Nobody pulls their weight in the flat. Nobody does any tidying. I'm the only one. But in my head, it's like, you've put all that effort into something and now it's gone to waste. It's a kitchen. It's meant to be used. And me saying it now sounds so stupid. But in my head at the time, I'm like, I'm sick of it. I've done so much tidying. We've all had those times when that red mist has descended. And I think the only way to deal with that is get it out your system. Maybe it is breathing exercises. Maybe I need to get better at just breathing, taking a step back and be like, nope, count to 10. The way this video is going, I feel like 9 times out of 10, the problem that I'm confronting there and then isn't the issue causing my anger. It's like underlying sources. That's when it amplifies. That's when I'm like, I've been reflecting on these things, and then it comes to a situation where I've got a slight disagreement with someone, and then it's just, this is the point where it's going to go. Like, this is when you talk about it. I also like to apologise to my mum, because I feel like when I was at home, I couldn't say this in person because I'm emotionally stunted and I have the inability to talk about things. When I was at home, I was the moodiest shit ever. And we'd just clash over silly things. And it'd be like, all she'd be doing is recommending something or saying something to me, like supportive or nice. And I'd be cynical and ridicule what she said. I'd be like, why, what do you mean? Or I can't think of a specific example, but I was just angry prat. Sometimes it does come to a head. That is okay. It's okay to be angry about things because it gives us the energy to be constructive. We can direct it towards being productive. But sometimes it can be a negative thing because you can let it out on those around you when they're very undeserving and they're just trying to support you and you are being a shit. Not you specifically. I can't say that word. I feel like I've always been considered. I don't know. This has just been a big jumble of words about being angry because nobody really talks about it. As a generation, are we all kind of incapable of dealing with stress and anxiety and anger that we just let it erupt? Let me know if you shout a lot. I feel a lot better for talking about it. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be chatting down there. This is a VEDA. Didn't say that. And I'll see you again tomorrow, maybe. For something more fun. This has been a shit show. I'm sorry.